Hey my friend, this is Darnell Clarke, your industry leader in this career game, the answer man. Hey, today I'm talking about goals, goal setting. I'm not talking about SMART goals. How do you have SMART goals, which is S-M-A-R-T, for specific goals, measurable, attainable, resultable, and trackable, right? I'm not talking on that level. I'm going to talk about how I use goals. See, one of my largest and biggest strengths is that I'm goal oriented. I'm goal, action, and result orientated. So I'm going to show you how I did my 2017 goals, and I'm going to track you through it. So the way I started it, back in October, November 2016, I went to a workshop from Brendan Burchard. He is the world's expert in this social media, internet marketing. I am a career coach, and I had all this content, and I wanted to take it out to the world, but I didn't have anything done. So when I went to that workshop, that conference, he showed me how to monetize my message. So the first thing I wanted to do was write a book, and then I wanted to create an online 6-week online course. I wanted to create a brand new website. I wanted to get on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. I wanted to get all of them. And only place I was on at the time was LinkedIn. I had roughly about 500 connections or friends on LinkedIn, and that was it. I didn't really like social media. I thought it was stupid. I didn't see the value of it. But when I came from that workshop, he showed me how to monetize my message. And from that point on, which was November 2016, what I wanted to do was write a book. And so from November of 2016, I started putting together my goals for 2017. So for 2017, here are my goals. This right here is my wife and I vacation list. You know, we did it back in 2003. We wanted to travel the world and do some stuff. And as you see these red check marks, these are the places we've been to. We went to the Far East in China. We went to Arizona, which was the Grand Canyon. We went to Hawaii 2 times. We went to Aruba and Paris in south of France. We didn't get a chance to go to Tahiti and Fiji because we said it was too far. And then we crossed out the Greek islands because we didn't want to do that anymore. So for 2017, here are my goals. Here's my monthly projected goals, my revenue goals. See, for me, if I'm not making any revenue, it is not very interesting to me. So part of what I'm all about is cash. It's always been like that, and I always will be like that. I can't serve the community like I want to. I can't give like I want to if I'm not breaking any money. So I wanted to be able to take my message out to the world and be able to get revenues from it so I can do it as a business. And I wouldn't have to work for anybody else to do anything else. I could be my own boss and craft my own business. So in 2017, I said I wanted to make roughly about 100,000 just so I could see if it's doable. And so what I had to do was break it down. I was going to have 4 products, a PDF document, the book, an online course, and a monthly coaching membership. And to get that $100,000, I would have to sell these many of the units per month. I broke it down like that. To get to $100,000, I would have to make $8,500 per month to get that. And so from there, I crafted my goals. So in January, as you can see, I started writing my manuscript, right? My manuscript, I started writing in November. And then I got my first manuscript done in January, and I had to do a round of editing. I want to do all my own videos. I wanted to do it from the very beginning. So I took a room in my house, and I took out all the information out. I mean, all the bed, and it was a bedroom, and I took all that information, all the stuff out, all the furniture out. And put all my lights and cameras and everything so I could have a in-home video studio. And so in January, I purchased all of it. I purchased my camera, my lights. I bought a new iPhone because I had a Android, and people would say, if you want to start doing really true video, iPhones with the iPhone camera is the best there is. And they're right. And so I got an iPhone 7 Plus. I upgraded to that. I got a new Mac. I was a PC guy. And so they say anytime you want to do video and all that type of stuff, a Mac is better than a PC. Good or bad, indifferent, I thought so, but I purchased it. And so I got the iPhone, I got the Mac, and I bought all this info, all the lights to start my videoing in my own house. Right. And then I wanted to start all this other stuff by creating a website. I didn't have a website. I was going to have to create it from scratch. So that was January. In February, I went through round 2 of my editing. I gave it to my wife at that time. Right. She is very detail orientated. She does stuff I can never possibly do. She can read through stuff and she can find stuff I can never do. See, I'm a big picture thinker, but she is a 100% ability to get stuff done that I can't do. Like, she's able to read stuff faster and read stuff able and see all my mistakes. Right. And so I gave it to her, and then she got finished. And then in February, I gave it to my editor. I started writing in November. I finished my manuscript and gave it to my editor in February. And then I got my studio set up. And then I started building my website. And then in March, I wanted my final editing from my editor, and things started to happen not so good. I'll talk more about that. And then I started getting my website out. I started building and creating my online course. And then I started filming for the first time in March. And then I put my blueprint together as far as what courses I'm going to do. And then I went to my first conference. I went to a Frank Kern conference. See, I'm pretty good in this career coaching stuff, but I am not good at social media, internet marketing. If you want to expand your horizon in your career, you have to expand yourself with personal development books, workshops, CD, DVDs, whatever it is, so you can expand your knowledge base. And then in April, I realized from my editor, I botched my manuscript so bad, I had to rewrite it. I had to rewrite it from scratch almost. And then I submitted my videos, because I wanted to have a 3-part series video. So when people get to know me, they will have some information in there. I created that, and I started creating my weekly videos on Facebook in April. Remember, in January, I wasn't even on Facebook. And now in April, I'm doing Facebook. In May, I started rewriting my book from scratch. In May, I finished it, rewriting it, and I submitted it back to my editor. In May, I did my first YouTube introduction video. Now, in April, I got on Facebook, and in May, I got on YouTube. In June, I started continue rewriting my book. I pushed it back to my editor. I started building my business at that time with collecting and building my email list. I started creating my 6-week online course. Video 1 is I started it in June. And then I crafted my content. If you see me anywhere on Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn, all that content, I just didn't make it up out of the blue. I have a content calendar. And as I look at the calendar and my content, I tell you, that's the video I'm going to do for the week. And then I crafted my business model strategy, how all this is going to work. And then in July, I created 4 videos a day. Before, I was doing every week, I would come and do 1 video and put it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. In July, I started batching them. I started creating 4 videos in one day. It freed me up from coming to my videos on Saturday and creating just 1 video every single Saturday. I started batching them. I submitted my book back to the editor after I rewrote it. I completed my online course deck, meaning everything you see in my video, I had to have it created a PowerPoint deck, because that's what I was talking from and going from. And then I received my next round from my editor. And then I did my first broadcast message to my email list. Now come back to August, I started changing a few things. So in August, I submitted my manuscript back to the editor. I got my final round back from the editor, and I submitted my manuscript to my proofreader, right? And then after I got my manuscript back from my proofreader, I submitted my manuscript to a publisher. The book that I have created, I didn't self-publish. I got it published from a publisher. And then in September, I got my first version back from my publisher. I completed week 3 and 4 of my online course. I did my batch Facebook, Instagram videos for October and November. I started getting my website up and running, and then I attended another workshop. This time is from Brendan Bashar, who I went to his first workshop in October or November the year before. I went back to his workshop in September. And then in October, I received my first complete draft from my publisher. I completed 4, 5, and 6 of my online course. Man, that was a big accomplishment for me. And then in November, I received my second draft from my publisher. I submitted and sent my publisher my final proof for the book. I received my final proof from the publisher. I started uploading all my stuff to Kajabi, and Kajabi is my website. I completed my content for my online course. I completed my final videos for my online course. I uploaded all that stuff to my website. I finished my PDF. I submitted that PDF to my Kajabi, to my website. And then in December of last year, I received my final version from a publisher. I uploaded because I'm about to sell my book, to my website. I added my membership to my website. I got my website up and running, and I'm now testing it. And I now finished all my sales funnels for 2017. So what does all that mean? Right? What did I do? Right? This is what I did. Remember, I said I didn't have a book. I didn't have an online course. I didn't have a membership site. I didn't have anything on social media, and I wanted to do a webinar. I didn't have any of that done. Now, what I have my book. I have my book. It's done. It's published. I haven't started selling it yet because I got to put all the connections around it. But here it is. Here's my book. It's a complete revision of my first book. This was my first book. This book was self-published by myself. This book was everything I personally knew. I didn't do too much research, and I did it myself. This book is a complete 100% rewrite. If you so happen to buy and purchase and got this first book, this book will blow this book out. This book is everything. This is an awesome book. And so I have it here. And so for me to write that book, here are the books I had to consume. When I went to Brendan Bashar's workshop, he had a book called The Millionaire Messenger. I read this book, changed my life forever. He is my coach. I believe everybody should have a coach. And he is my coach, and I have a few other coaches. This is the first book. And to be able to write that book, to write this book here are all the books I had to do. Here's the first book I had to understand. I'm not a writer. I don't know how to write stuff. I hear people all the time, I can't write. I can't write either. And my wife would tell you about it. I'm the worst speller in the world, but hey, I did it anyway. So this is the book I got. The Elements of Style for Your Writing. And so I wanted to do social media at the same time. I didn't know anything about social media. All I knew was LinkedIn. I had 500 people on LinkedIn. This was the first book I read, was Social Boom. You know, how to master business social media. And then I didn't understand anything about YouTube. So I got a book on YouTube, right? YouTube Strategies of 2016. I read that book, and then I got my YouTube channel up and running. And so then I read this book, Platform, Get Noticed in a Noisy World, a step-by-step guide for anyone with something to say and sell. This book showed me how the strategy around how to get on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and how to connect everything together. And then I still had to read this book on Editor's Eyes, a practical guide for transforming your book from good to great. And then I had to read another book called 7 Easy Steps to Write a Book. Yeah, I didn't know how to write no book, so I had to find out. And then I got this book, right? This was a program, how to write a book and become a published author. This was the book who showed me how to become a published author. That's how I got done. So let me tell you what happened, right? So now what I have is a book published from a publisher. I have an online course. That online course is a beast of a course. It's over 14 hours of content, over 30 videos, an all-inclusive program of how to get employed. It's called Employmentology, a systematic methodology of finding and getting employed from a hiring manager perspective. It's everything you need. I gave you everything. And then I'm on all social media channels. I started with nothing on Facebook. I got somewhere around 500, 600, 700 people on Facebook. I got roughly about 900, 1,000 people on Instagram. And I got somewhere roughly about 200, 300 people on YouTube. I know for you people that's rocking and rollers, that number's nothing. But from where I came from, where I ain't have nothing, that's a lot. And then I'm on LinkedIn. LinkedIn started with 500 connections. I got over 1,800 connections. I post content out every day. That's how I did it. If you want to absolutely, positively rock and roll and be a game changer, a big baller shot caller, you got to put your goals in front of you. So here are the 3 action steps to create what I did. Action step number 1, you have to create a yearly goal. And your yearly goals have to be in your control, in your hands. For instance, if you want to get promoted, you can't say, I want to get promoted on my goals list. Oh, no. You got to go and find out what requirement you have to get promoted. So the first thing on your list for your goals should go to your manager and find out what does it take to get promoted, and whatever she says, put that particular stuff on your goals list. So craft your yearly goals. Your yearly goals are broken into monthly goals, and they're time bound. They're time bound and track them, and they in priority order. Forget that multitasking stuff. Listen, the first goal is the most important goal, and if you cannot get that first goal done, then you stop and you continue with that first goal and you push all the other goals to the next month. Serial, specialized knowledge, specialized information. Forget that, I could do multiple things. Oh, no. One goal at a time. Serial goal. Once that goal is done, you get to the next goal. So you get your yearly goal, you break them into monthly goals. You take the monthly goals and you break them into weekly task action items. And from that weekly task action items is daily tasks. And when you get to work or you get to wherever you're going, the first thing you want to do is ask yourself the question, whatever I'm doing, is it moving me towards my goal or is it moving me away from my goal? If it's moving me towards my goal, I say keep it on. If it's moving you away from your goal, stop it and continue going down that path. That's how I did all that. I don't know anybody who has accomplished more than I have. And so that's 2017. So 2018, this is 2018. Here are my goals for 2018. Here are my goals for 2018. As you can see, I'm trying to launch my book, my program, my PDF, and my membership site, and my webinar. I want to create a Facebook group. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to do my first Facebook Live in April. See, all this is time bound. I got dates on here. And then I want to make $60,000 in revenue. That's just the beginning. So I can prove to myself and to my wife that I can get it done. And then I want to resign from corporate America. See, I work with a couple organizations I'm a career coach. I want to stop all that. And all I want to do is come and work for me by building content and showing people how to have an extraordinary, remarkable, amazing career. And then lastly, I want to attend 2 more conferences this year. And so this is January. Here are my January goals. I've already, if you see all the check marks all on the wall and all here, see, I'm a check offer extraordinary. Boy, do I love checking stuff off. When I check stuff off, I feel so good, man. I feel so good. So here are my goals. The first goal, right, that I got done, record and upload my webinar to my website. Did that. The second goal was insert all my testimony. See, I've already had my program done and I sent it to about 15, 20 people, and I'm getting testimonies from them. So when you engage me and you see the Employmentology webinar and the program, you would know other people have already said it is an awesome program, and it is. And then number 3 is that I wanted to complete all my email sequencing. So when you engage me, I want to continue to engage you over and over and over, not just one and done. And then I still need to do my blog. I'm going to have a blog. And so be looking for that. And then finally, I'm going to get my website up and running and test it. And so this is January. In February, all I'm doing is testing. I'm testing all my connectivities. I'm testing my ads. I'm testing everything in February. So in March, I am launching everything. So there you go, my friend. If you want to have an extraordinary, remarkable career and a wonderful life, everything is goal driven. So I say, if you like this video, click on the like button. Share it with 4 or 5 people who needs to understand goal and goal setting. Subscribe to my channel and leave any comments. And always, if you want to get to the mountaintop, keep your goals going. I'll see you at the other video. Later.